Hello everyone, I am Caroline Foran, a best-selling author of Owning It and The Confidence Kit, and I'm so happy to be here to answer some of your questions that came through the hashtag. I'm drawing a hashtag just in case you didn't know what that was. Hashtag Easons Asks. Thank you so much for sending those through. I'm going to go through them quick fire. So what inspired you to share and write about your story and experience with anxiety? I kind of felt like compelled to do so. It wasn't really a decision that I was like, oh, should I share? I have to share in order to cope for myself. It's my coping mechanism. And I was writing about very practical approaches to anxiety because I really felt that there was so much out there that really just preys on our vulnerability when we're in that emotional state. And a lot of it was unhelpful and misleading. And I wanted to write something that would help people really practically get through it. So that's what inspired me. During lockdown, have you felt your anxiety has been triggered more often? Oddly enough, I think that my experience with anxiety has prepared me in a way for this pandemic, in that I understand it. I know completely why I would feel anxious right now if I were to feel anxious, and I have felt anxious for sure. Not only are we in a pandemic where we have this loss of control and this, not knowing what's going to happen, and all these triggers of anxiety, such as when we feel that we don't have the resources within us as individuals to meet the stresses that are being presented to us. And of course, the pandemic is something that no one person can take on themselves. And then add to that, I'm also pregnant. You can see my bump there. So that has a lot of uncertainty and unknown, and a little bit of anxiety to it. So yeah, I definitely have felt it in lockdown, not being able to see my family or my friends. But overall, I think because I understand the nature of anxiety means that it doesn't become something that overwhelms me. I know exactly what to do when I feel it. Congratulations on excellent bestsellers. Thank you so much. Writing about your experience definitely helped a lot of people. Can you give us some more information on your new book that's coming out? Yes, I can. So it was meant to come out last week, but unfortunately due to the pandemic, which is ruining everything, it will not come out until January. But I'm excited that it will be like a really good... Sorry, I'm pregnant and I'm so breathless. I'm excited that in January it will be a good time for it. So it's called Naked, 10 Truths to Change Your Life, and it's really all about the power of vulnerability. And I look at different behaviours that I myself have definitely followed over the years, such as people pleasing, such as the feeling that someone else's success would take from yours, and that kind of envy and jealousy feeling. And I talk through all those different things and why we are this way before offering a truth that will kind of help us to maybe live our lives a little bit easier and better. So have to work on my elevator pitch for that one a little bit more, but I'm very excited about it, and I do think it's one of the best that I've written. Is there any exercise that you do to help in certain situations that you find overwhelming? Breathing exercises. So just, very slow, deep belly breaths are always my go-to. You don't realize how much that alone will bring down that cortisol that you feel when you feel anxious. And then failing that, I write down what my thoughts are, what my anxious thoughts are, and I ask, are they fact or opinion? And I just try and take it out of my body and onto paper, so it feels like I'm already putting myself back in the driving seat. How have you, or did you find the writing process when penning your books? Oh, it's torture. It never gets easier, no matter how many books you've written or how many bestsellers you've had. You always think, what am I doing? This is crap. Will anyone like it? If you're a perfectionist at all. But I find it very, very tough, very isolating, and then incredibly rewarding. I love your books, thank you. And I was wondering if there are any other self-help books that you find really good and would recommend. Oh my God, there are so many, and I do not have enough time to go into them all, but I would say The Rules of Life by Richard Templer. Eat, Pray, Love, obviously, is just, you have to do that if you're in any way into self-care. Let me think of some more. The Anxiety Solution by my fellow author and pal, Chloe Brotheridge. So they'd be 3 that I recommend. And that's it. So thank you so much to everyone who submitted a question for hashtag Easons Asks. My new book Naked will, as I said, be out in January, and it'll be available. It's actually already available to pre-order on Easons if you want to get in on it there and be the early bird. So thank you so much and take care.